Yo fam, the internet is straight up on fire right now, and trust me, you do not want to miss this. Fans are in complete shock, and the rap world is officially shook to its core. What started as rumors and whispers has exploded into full-blown, headline-grabbing chaos, and the tea. It's hotter than ever. Here's the deal. An FBI wiretap just leaked, and it allegedly confirms Lil Durk's secret behind-the-scenes role in the murder of King Von. Yeah, you heard that right. The very name that's been thrown around as a loyal brother and ride-or-die friend to Von is now at the center of a criminal investigation so wild, it's sounding like a Netflix crime doc. But wait, this isn't your average street beef. We're talking betrayal on a whole new level. This is family drama mixed with cold, hard facts. The wiretap supposedly reveals conversations that have fans asking, was this just a tragic feud or something way darker? And as the streets react, social media is exploding with hashtags like #DurkDidit and #JusticeForVonTrust. The comment sections are war zones right now. I'm not spilling all the tea just yet, because the plot twists keep coming and you need to hear every detail. Who's really behind the scenes pulling the strings? How did this FBI intel come to light? And more importantly, what does this mean for the future of Chicago rap and Lil Durk's career? Buckle up, because this story's about to get insane. Stay tuned, smash that like button, and let's dive deep into the shocking truth that nobody saw coming. You won't believe what's next. The streets have been buzzing non-stop since the FBI wiretap dropped. And trust me, the story is way messier than anyone expected. This isn't just some petty rap beef anymore. This is a full-on saga of secrets, betrayal, and lies that's tearing the Chicago rap scene apart. The wiretap, which supposedly captured Lil Durk's voice, has fans and insiders questioning everything they thought they knew about King Von's death. It's got people asking, was Durk really the loyal brother we all thought? Or was he playing a dangerous game behind the scenes? To really get why this is blowing up like it is, we have to rewind a bit. King Von and Lil Durk weren't just collaborators. They were tight, almost like family. Von signed with Durk's label, signed a pact that seemed unbreakable. They came up together, sharing stages, studios, and stories. But beneath all that brotherhood, rumors had been swirling about tension that nobody dared speak out loud, at least until now. The wiretap allegedly reveals conversations between Durk and unknown associates, talking about plans and moves that hint at something way more sinister than fans could have. Imagine people who know the streets say this is no accident. There's been a buildup of beef and mistrust for months, but it stayed under wraps because both Durk and Von had a lot to lose if things went public. But the wiretap flips the entire narrative on its head. It suggests that Durk was not only aware of threats against Von, but may have been involved in setting up the events that led to Von's murder. The shock? Durk's voice allegedly caught discussing people, places, and timelines that match exactly when and where Von was killed. Emotions ran high as fans tried to process these revelations. The fallout started immediately after the leak. Social media erupted with fans calling Durk a traitor, while others defended him fiercely, demanding proof and calling the whole thing a setup. Hashtags like #DurkDidit and #VonJustice began trending worldwide, sparking heated debates in every corner of the internet. The comment sections under every rap news video, tweet, and Instagram post became battlegrounds. The chaos was real. People who once stand for Durk now openly questioned his loyalty and character. But it's not just online drama. Sources close to Von's family say the leak has left them devastated and deeply divided. The family was already struggling to heal from the loss, but this new twist made things worse. Relatives reportedly confronted each other, with some believing the wiretap is the truth and others insisting Durk would never betray Von like that. "How could you do this to me?" shouted one family member during a heated phone call, according to insiders. Tensions escalated quickly, turning what should have been a time for mourning into a battlefield of accusations and blame. And the street rumors. Oh, they're wild. Some say there was a secret fallout between Durk and Von over money and loyalty. Others claim there were outside forces manipulating both rappers, trying to pit them against each other for their own gain. The wiretap supposedly hints at meetings where plans were made behind Von's back, leaving fans wondering if Von was set up by the very people he trusted most. The gossip is raw, unfiltered, and dripping with the kind of street-level insight that mainstream media usually misses. One thing is clear: this isn't just a story about one murder anymore. It's about power, trust, and betrayal in the cutthroat world of Chicago rap. And the emotional toll is crushing everyone involved. Friends who once stood united are now at each other's throats. Social media influencers and rappers alike are picking sides, and the divide is getting uglier by the day. Fans are shocked to see how quickly this brotherhood crumbled, and the endless speculation is driving everyone mad. But then, just when you thought the story couldn't get any crazier, the plot thickens. An anonymous source close to the FBI claims there's even more damning evidence on the way. According to this insider, the wiretap is just the tip of the iceberg. There are videos, texts, and other recordings that could blow this case wide open. The source says investigators are piecing together a much bigger conspiracy involving not just Durk, but other key players in the Chicago rap scene, with a lot to gain from Von's downfall. This news sent shockwaves through the community. Some say Durk is being set up as a scapegoat to cover for higher-ups. Others believe the FBI is finally exposing the real puppeteers behind the scenes. The streets are filled with theories and paranoia, and nobody knows who to trust anymore. It's like a rap version of a mafia drama, where loyalty means nothing and every move is a potential trap. The emotional roller coaster for Von's fans has been brutal. People who grew up vibing with his music and supporting his rise now feel betrayed and heartbroken. "He deserved better," said one fan in a viral tweet. How can someone so close to him be involved? The pain is real and the anger is boiling over. Online memorials and tribute pages have turned into places of outrage. With fans demanding justice and answers, Durk himself has been silent on the allegations, which only fuels the fire. His team released a vague statement calling the wiretap misleading and warning against jumping to conclusions. But with the internet already in meltdown, that wasn't enough to calm the storm. Every appearance, every post, and every song Durk drops now gets dissected for hidden meanings or confessions. The pressure is insane, and insiders say Durk is feeling the heat more than ever. And while this drama unfolds, other Chicago rappers are trying to navigate the fallout carefully. Some are distancing themselves from Durk, while others are calling for peace and unity. The community is at a crossroads, unsure whether to let this controversy destroy the legacy of both Von and Durk, or to use it as a wake-up call to address the violence and betrayal that plagued their scene. The tension even reached the point where rumored friends turned into sworn enemies overnight. "I never thought it would come to this," said one local artist who asked to stay anonymous. "We all looked up to Von and Durk, but now it feels like everything's falling apart. It's like watching a family burn from the inside. And remember, this is only the beginning." As more details leak, the lines between truth and lies blur. Rumors spiral out of control, and everyone is waiting to see what the next bombshell will be. The streets are watching, social media is watching, and the whole rap world is holding its breath. This story isn't just breaking, it's breaking open, and it's about to get even more explosive. So, stay tuned because the next part dives into the fallout from the wiretap. The reactions from Von's inner circle and the unexpected players stepping into this deadly drama. Trust me, you don't want to miss what happens next. The family was left divided, emotions ran high, and the stakes couldn't be any higher. The countdown to the truth is just getting started. The moment the wiretap leaked, Von's inner circle was rocked to the core, and it wasn't just family who felt the shockwaves. Close friends and longtime collaborators found themselves forced to pick sides, and the loyalties that once seemed solid as concrete started cracking right before everyone's eyes. The energy shifted overnight from mourning to suspicion, and the streets felt the tension like a storm about to explode. One of Von's closest friends, who'd been riding with him since day one, reportedly confronted Durk privately, demanding answers. How could you let this happen? Were you really involved? Sources say the conversation got heated fast, with emotions running high. The friend felt betrayed, like Durk had stabbed them all in the back, not just Von. Rumors spread that this confrontation ended with threats and slammed doors. And soon after, that friend disappeared from the public eye, sparking even more speculation. Meanwhile, the FBI leak didn't just implicate Durk, it pulled in a whole cast of characters from Chicago's murky underbelly. The wiretap suggested meetings between Durk's team and rival crews. Plans that sounded like they were more than just about music or street politics. Fans started wondering if the murder was part of a bigger power play. A chess game where Von was just a pawn caught in the middle. Social media chaos hit a fever pitch. Platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok were flooded with fan theories, reaction videos, and heated debates. Some fans were convinced Durk was innocent, painting him as a victim of a government setup to crack down on Chicago's rap scene. Others were merciless, calling out Durk and his crew for what they called cold-blooded betrayal. The comment sections were wild, turning into digital battlegrounds where insults, conspiracy theories, and emotional outbursts collided non-stop. The hashtag #DURK did it trended for days, with thousands of users sharing clips from the wiretap, breaking down conversations line by line. Influencers jumped in too, creating viral content that mixed analysis with street gossip, fueling the drama even more. Viral rappers who had ties to both Von and Durk started speaking out cautiously, some hinting at hidden truths without naming names. Others begging fans to stay calm and wait for official statements. Inside Von's family, the division cut even deeper. Some relatives publicly demanded justice and full transparency, posting emotional messages and calling for investigations into Durk's role. Others tried to protect Durk, reminding everyone of the brotherhood they once shared and warning against rushing to judgment. The result? A family torn apart, with trust shattered and wounds reopened that had barely begun to heal after Von's death. The emotional fallout even spilled into public spaces. At one memorial event for Von, tensions were so high that security had to step in when verbal clashes nearly turned physical between supporters of Durk and Von's family members who believed the wiretap. It was a raw, heartbreaking scene, a stark reminder that this isn't just entertainment or gossip. Real lives are being ripped apart, and the scars will likely last a lifetime. But here's where things get even more twisted. As the drama swirled, mysterious new player emerged, someone claiming to have direct knowledge of the events surrounding Von's murder and Durk's involvement. This person, who surfaced on a popular underground rap podcast, dropped bombshell after bombshell, alleging that Durk was forced into a corner and that there was a larger conspiracy at play. They claimed corrupt officials, rival gangs, and even music executives had roles in manipulating the situation, turning a tragedy into a trap. The podcast episode went viral instantly, racking up millions of views and sparking heated debates. Fans were divided between those who believed this new whistleblower and those who called it a desperate attempt for clout. But regardless of where people stood, The new revelations added another layer of complexity and distrust to an already explosive situation. Emotions ran high, and the family was left divided like never before. The FBI wasn't silent either. After the wiretap leak, officials confirmed they were investigating multiple people connected to the case but refused to comment on specifics, adding fuel to the fire. Anonymous law enforcement sources told some outlets that the investigation was ongoing and that more evidence was expected to come out soon, hinting that the wiretap was just a glimpse into a much larger operation. Targeting Chicago's rap and gang scenes, the streets responded with a mix of fear and defiance. Local Chicago artists posted cryptic messages on social media, some mourning the loss of Von and the chaos around him, others warning about the dangerous games being played behind closed doors. The tension between loyalty and survival was palpable, everyone watching their backs, knowing that alliances could break at any moment. And then there was the music. Since the leak, Durk's recent songs have been dissected by fans for hidden messages or confessions. Some tracks are being called coded apologies, while others are seen as shots fired at unnamed enemies. Meanwhile, unreleased verses from Von have surfaced online, with fans wondering if Von saw the betrayal coming and tried to warn the world through his art. The entire rap community feels like it's caught in a whirlwind of pain, suspicion, and unresolved questions. Amidst all this chaos, rumors about the authenticity of the wiretap itself began to circulate. Some say the recording was doctored or taken out of context to frame Durk, while others believe it's genuine and a sign that deeper truths are about to unravel. This back and forth only made the situation more confusing. The situation reached another fever pitch when a viral video surfaced showing an emotional Durk at a private studio session, visibly shaken and confronted by members of Von's family. Though the video was cut short and blurry, fans interpreted it as a moment of raw tension and possibly an attempt at reconciliation or explanation. The clip went viral, sparking more speculation and debate. Was Durk finally ready to speak out? Or was this just another chapter in an ever-growing tragedy? And the media frenzy around this story shows no signs of slowing. Every day, new angles, leaks, and reactions pour in, with rap news outlets competing to break exclusive updates. The story has transcended music gossip, becoming a cultural flashpoint about trust, betrayal, and the harsh realities of life behind the spotlight. It's messy, emotional, and brutally real, exactly what keeps viewers glued to their screens. The rap world is watching closely as this family feud turns into a full-blown war of words, alliances, and secrets. Fans are desperate for answers, but also hungry for more drama, and the story's twists keep coming like a never-ending saga. What started as a tragic murder now feels like a high-stakes game of chess, with players moving in shadows and every revelation shaking the very foundations of Chicago rap. And just when you think you've heard it all, Part 3 will bring you shocking new evidence, the fallout within the music industry, and surprising reactions from unexpected corners of the scene. The stakes are higher than ever, emotions are running wild, and this story is far from over. Stay tuned, because the next chapter is about to turn everything upside down. The fallout from the wiretap leak didn't just shake up the streets and the families. It sent shockwaves through the entire Chicago rap industry. The drama spilled into boardrooms, studios, and social media feeds, exposing cracks in what once seemed like a tight-knit community. Executives, producers, and artists alike found themselves caught in a web of suspicion, alliances, and power plays, all trying to navigate the chaos without sinking in the process. Insiders say that major players in the music industry started reassessing their relationships with both Lil Durk and King Von's legacy. Some feared associating with Durk would hurt their reputation or business, while others worried that ignoring Von's death and the drama would alienate his passionate fanbase. Contracts, collaborations, and tours were reportedly put on hold or canceled. And the pressure was mounting for everyone involved. One executive close to the scene told us, "This isn't just about two rappers anymore. It's about the future of Chicago rap and who controls the narrative. Everyone's watching, and no one wants to be caught on the wrong side of this." That power struggle added a whole new layer of intensity to an already volatile situation. It was like a game of survival, where trust was currency and betrayal was the ultimate weapon. Amidst all this, Durk kept a low profile publicly. But behind the scenes, things were anything but quiet. Sources reveal that Durk's camp was scrambling to manage the damage, reaching out to influencers, prepping legal teams, and even planning potential public responses. There were rumors of meetings with family members of King Von, attempting to broker peace or at least calm the storm. But as far as anyone could tell, those talks were fragile and filled with tension. The social media war continued to rage. Fan accounts dedicated to both Durk and Von exploded with content, theories, and calls for justice or exoneration. Viral challenges and reaction videos flooded platforms, with young fans breaking down every new leak or rumor like detectives. Even celebrities and fellow rappers weighed in, some trying to mediate, others throwing fuel on the fire with cryptic posts and subtle disses. In one of the most jaw-dropping moments, a well-known Chicago rapper who previously stayed silent broke their silence with a public post calling for transparency and honesty from all parties. "We owe it to Von, to the culture, to the fans," they said. "The truth can't stay buried under politics and fear." That post went viral instantly, reigniting debates and adding fuel to the already blazing fire. But perhaps the most shocking twist came when leaked texts between members of Durk's team surfaced, allegedly showing conversations that hinted at a cover-up or at least attempts to manipulate public opinion. The text spoke of controlling narratives, discrediting witnesses, and keeping certain details out of the media. The leak threw Durk's camp into crisis mode, with fans and media outlets demanding answers. Meanwhile, Von's legacy was being fiercely protected by some of his closest allies. They launched campaigns to honor his memory, raising funds for his family and pushing for justice through legal channels. These efforts gained massive support, turning into a movement that extended beyond music, touching on issues of violence, loyalty, and the struggles young black men face every day. The drama also spilled into the music itself. Unreleased tracks from Von were leaked online, and some of his lyrics suddenly felt eerily prophetic, like he knew trouble was coming. Fans dissected every line, looking for clues or hidden messages. Durk's recent releases also came under intense scrutiny, with listeners analyzing tone and lyrics for signs of guilt, regret, or defiance. In the streets, the tension was palpable. Some neighborhoods that once celebrated Von and Durk as hometown heroes now felt divided. Murals were vandalized, memorials defaced. Meanwhile, intercepted messages between key players reveal a complex web of deceit. Some texts suggest that Durk was warned about a potential attack on Von, but was powerless to stop it. Others hint at attempts to control who gets blamed, with some figures actively trying to shape the story in their favor. The drama here is straight out of a thriller, full of unexpected twists that keep everyone guessing. Legal battles are heating up too. Von's family filed new motions demanding a thorough investigation into Durk's alleged role, while Durk's legal team pushed back hard, calling the wiretap and new evidence circumstantial and accusing the media and rival factions of trying to destroy his career. This legal tug-of-war is only adding fuel to the fire, with courtroom drama expected to become a key part of this saga in the coming months. Industry heavyweights are also starting to pick sides, making public and private moves that could tip the balance. Some labels and producers have quietly distanced themselves from Durk, worried about association. Others are standing by him, believing in his innocence, or seeing the bigger picture of corruption and rivalry at play. This power play has everyone watching closely, knowing that the outcome could reshape Chicago's rap landscape forever. Fans remain deeply divided. Some remain loyal to Durk, pointing to his silence and ongoing success as signs that the allegations are false or exaggerated. Others mourn Von's legacy fiercely, demanding justice and transparency. The online war rages on, with hashtags and fan pages continuing to clash in comment sections and reaction videos amid the chaos. Emotional tributes to King Von continue to pour in, reminding everyone that behind the drama, there's a life lost too soon. His impact on music and culture remains undeniable, fueling the passion and pain that drive this story forward as this tangled saga unfolds. One thing is certain, it's not just about music or fame anymore. It's about trust, loyalty, and survival in a world where the lines between friend and foe blur easily. The rap community is watching, waiting for answers, and bracing for whatever comes next. And now, with new evidence dropping and legal battles looming, the big question remains, will this feud destroy careers for good, or is there a path to redemption and peace? The story is far from over, and every new revelation only makes it more intense. So keep your eyes peeled and your notifications on, because this is one rap drama that's still writing itself. And you're here for every wild second of it. So, what just happened? We've seen the FBI wiretap shake up everything we thought we knew about Lil Durk and King Von's relationship. Betrayal, secret meetings, family drama, and shocking new evidence have turned this tragedy into a full-blown saga no one can look away from. Loyalties have been shattered, social media has exploded into chaos, and the very foundation of Chicago rap feels like it's crumbling right before our eyes. We've watched friendships fall apart, rumors spiral out of control, and unexpected players step into the spotlight with bombshells that could change everything. The legal battles brewing behind the scenes only add more heat to this already intense situation. Fans are torn, emotions are running wild, and the questions keep piling up. Who really pulled the trigger? Was Lil Durk involved, or just a victim of a bigger game? Can justice ever truly be served in a world filled with secrets and lies? One thing is clear, this feud isn't just about music. It's about legacy, survival, and the harsh realities behind the glitz and glam. And while some hope for redemption or peace, others fear this drama could destroy careers and lives forever. So what do you think really happened? Is Lil Durk innocent, guilty, or caught in a trap? Drop your thoughts below, because we want to hear your take on this insane story. Smash that like button if you're hooked on this drama. And don't forget to subscribe for all the latest updates and exclusive rap news you won't find anywhere else, trust me. This roller coaster isn't slowing down anytime soon. Stick around, the next chapter could hit harder than anything we've seen so far.